Hey guys, happy Friday. Today's video is going to be an amazing one. Um I'm going to be talking about some stuff I went through like that would trigger me when I was manifesting my SP, and this I see this happen a lot with clients that come to me as well. Manifesting anything. Um but we will talk about that. Circumstances do not matter. So it doesn't matter if there's a third party in your reality. It doesn't matter if there's 10 third parties in your reality. It doesn't matter if you're trying to manifest money and you've been told no to an opportunity or to a certain stream of income. None of it matters, and we'll go into why. Um, Also, I just want to thank each and every one of you sending in all those beautiful success stories, from the course clients to the one-on-one clients. I will be sharing coming up soon one of my clients that won not she didn't win, she had $25,000 deposited in her bank account, and she did not have beliefs that that's gonna happen, or like she didn't have any like um how should I say, like she wasn't truly fully believing that that would happen. She was just attempting to manifest it, and it did. So we will get into the full story in next Friday's video, with all the details that she wrote out, and I'll share it with you guys. But yeah, if you guys are interested in any of my courses, links will be in the description box down below. If you need any help with one-on-one sessions or getting courses, please email us or comment down below as well. Or if you guys go to get like a course, don't worry about the date and time. If there's a date and time there, it doesn't matter. The day you purchase the course is the day you receive the course, and you can get started. So don't worry about that. But all right, you guys, I want to talk about stuff that I went through when manifesting SP and removing third party and all that, because I feel like you guys would resonate so much. I get a lot of clients that really worry that their circumstances matter, or their circumstances are too big, that they can't get their manifestation, or they can't live the experience they want to live with their SP. And I'm here to tell you that you can have anything that you want. And at first it feels scary. At first it feels like complete BS. It feels like you'll never get what you want. It feels like circumstances are way too big. It feels like you're being delusional. So all those feelings are very, very real. It happens. I mean, to most of us, I don't know, like some people it doesn't happen, so even better. But a lot of clients that I've helped, they come to me telling me that that's what goes on with them, and that did go on within me too. Sometimes you're presented with a certain circumstance in your reality where it just maybe throws you off track, or you feel like it's too good to be true, right? We're human. We don't, like, not all of us like are 100% like believing that we can create with our thoughts, right? Because you weren't like that from the day you were born, so you weren't taught that, so you still may feel skeptical about it. Or like, let's say you've seen little things manifest here and there, but you haven't seen the big things manifest. You still may be skeptical about it, which is completely normal. Like, when I was manifesting SP and there was a third party, I had that story for a while, and it wasn't just with my SP. And this is where self-concept plays a part too. This is why I always talk about self-concept and self-concept in relation to your specific person, in relation to money, in relation to your boss, in relation to whatever, because it plays a part. So even before I met my SP, I had a story, an assumption that, like, it's easy for men to cheat, or like nowadays people cheat. That's what was in my mind. Like, it happens. It's become like common. It's not rare. Like, I had those thoughts in my head because of the things I would see, and then I would keep focusing on it, and then I would get more of it and more of it and more of it and more of it, right? So your manifestations, write this down if you have paper and a pen with you. Your manifestations are the result of your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, assumptions, emotions. It is the result. It is not oh, this will happen, and then like I'll think it differently and change it. It's literally like, I've been thinking this, whether I felt it or not. I've been thinking this consciously or unconsciously, and it manifested. And now I'm in this situation. And the great thing about working on yourself and self-concept and all of that is you finally identify what's standing in your way. Like, what are the thoughts? What are the assumptions? A lot of you still don't know that you're playing those assumptions in your mind because you're not paying so much attention to what's happening internally. You're paying more attention to what's happening externally, which that is human reactor mode. But to change anything, you got to change what's happening inside. So you got to identify first what's going on. What is the issue? Like, especially if you have a cycle of constantly getting in a relationship and not working out, getting in a relationship, it not working out, getting in another relationship, it not working out. It may be different people, but it's always the same story. It just never works out, right? Sometimes it doesn't work out for no reason. You just, like, there's no actual reason, but it played out that way. Why? Because inside of you, you have a story going that maybe relationships are hard, maybe they come with the struggle, maybe you're putting them on a pedestal and you're forgetting about yourself completely. There's so many angles to this, right? So that's why it's so important to pinpoint on what are the core blocks and core states you're entertaining all the time. What is a state? Most of you may know, but I'm going to say it for those of you that are just tuning in. States are embodiments. So states are the way you're identifying in that very moment. For example, if I'm in a state of lack with, like, let's say if I'm in a state of lack with my SP, right? Let me just fix the focus. Okay, if I'm in a state of lack with my SP, the state will feel like doubt, worry, fear, not being chosen, maybe checking their social media, checking things of them to see if they're like, are they validating me? Are they choosing me? Or are they going and choosing someone else? It's constant worry. It's a constant state of the other shoe may drop. So it's so important. Also, in all my other videos, I talk about nervous system regulation to calm the mind down and remember who you are. Remember you're creating. That's half of it, like remembering it. Because in that moment, your ego just may take you and want you to play with the story that doesn't serve you, right? So remember, manifestations are always a result of the state or the identity you've been embodying for a while, okay? I remember when I was manifesting SPN, there was a third party. I know exactly like how I manifested that, but when I was recreating it, I would get so triggered sometimes, you guys, because he would talk to me and he would say things that indicated still that there's a third party. Like, he wouldn't say it exactly like straight to my face to hurt me, but you know how like you can tell when people talk to you, like you can just tell from the situation, the way they're explaining things, that is still the case, right? So he would do that. And I would get into, like, I would be in a calm place, but then when I would hear something like that, my brain would start going like survival mode. Like, oh my God, we need to ask all these questions. We need to ask like 21 questions right now to figure out what it is exactly, what the story is. Like, how to change it, how to manipulate the situation right now, how to convince him that I'm better or whatever. And that is such lack state. You don't want to be in that. So I want you to catch yourself when you're in those moments. Those moments are what determines you getting results quicker or prolonging your state, the identity you're embodying. So in that moment, what I would do when I would catch myself, I would literally, whatever would calm me down, I would go and do that. Whether it's breath work, whether it's journaling, whether it's literally just going out for a walk, whether it's putting on some music to get my mind off, whether it's going to cook, whatever it was, to just calm me down and remind me of, hey, we don't have to stay and dwell in this identity. You do not have to stay and dwell in the identity of not being chosen right now, because that what you just got, that feedback, is from your old thoughts and assumptions that played out, because that reality is dead. So remember, like my cup, I always show you guys the cup thing, but I feel like it helps so many of you. Even my one-on-one clients, when they first start with me, they're like, Ani, that analogy you gave made so much sense. So let's say this cup, there was coffee in it. Sorry, you guys, it's getting dirty. But let's say there's residue in this cup from your old thoughts, right? Which we have a great example here of residue. So there's residue of your old identity, your old state, you not being chosen, you not being wanted, your SP having a third party, and you're trying to get out of the situation, right? So let's say this is your brain and this is your subconscious, and this is what allows you to manifest different results in your reality. So in order for this residue to leave, you will be filling it in with a new identity. You will be filling it in with a new state of mind. You will be filling it in with new thoughts, new imaginary scenes, new everything, right? As you fill it in, this old residue washes away with it. And the more and more you fill it in with the new, the old will overflow. It's kind of like a toilet. Sometimes it feels like that. With SP. Just kidding, you guys. Like, it's just so funny now. Before I used to like struggle with SP so much, but now that it all fell into place because you stick to it, you know, like it's just, you'll laugh at you later. Like you'll laugh and be like, I'm so freaking powerful. Like I can't believe I doubted that this will play out, right? Okay, back to the thing, the analogy. All right, so you're filling this in with the new, and it's overflowing, and all the old residue with the new is overflowing. Eventually, this will be clear, clean water, right? When it washes out. So what's happening when you get those old states or those old push outs, like how I would when I would get triggered when he would say something, that old stuff's washing out, and you got to survive in the washout. Like you got to stay still. You got to keep embodying that new identity of who you want to be in relation to this person, in relation to you, in relation to everybody, in relation to all these characters in your reality. You got to stick through it during that washout process with the old mixed with the new and all of that. If you know what I mean, comment down below. A lot of you that have been going through it and manifesting a better version of whoever it is in your reality, even if it's more money, you've probably noticed your old identity mixed with your new identity being pushed out. Like people treating you the way you want them to treat you, and then mixed with the old way they would treat you, right? Like if it's SP, he may be trying to come through, but then you still may see a little bit of residue of like, oh, there's still a third party, or oh, the old party's on their way out, but like I still feel like there's still something there, right? Stick through it no matter what, because that bridge of incidents is playing out. Your circumstances do not matter, you guys. Like when the time is right, I will literally share like detailed of what I went through. And circumstances don't matter. I've had clients, you guys, like if you heard their circumstances, and if they I mean, I've shared so many success stories already. If you want to go see all the client successes and my success stories that I shared in my videos, go to playlists in our YouTube channel, scroll down to Ani. All my videos are there, you guys. If you guys want to binge watch me, I love you and appreciate you. But there's crazy circumstances I've had with clients, and they've still become success stories. It doesn't matter. Also, what I want you to know is stop worrying about how fast your manifestation is going to come in. I can guarantee you, once you drop the worry about when it's going to come in, it'll come in way before you even expected it to. If you were thinking it's going to come Christmas, that's where your belief was. It may come on Thanksgiving. I'm serious. I've seen it so much. Like, I've seen that happen with me. Like, I used to trip out and worry so much about like a specific thing I wanted SP to do, or a specific way I wanted them to show up, or a specific place I wanted them to take me. The moment I dropped the need of it happening now, I got it way faster than I expected it. Just like all my clients. Like, it's because when you are in a state of needing something, like you need it now in order to feel good, that means you're literally screaming out, I don't have it, and it's lack energy. And everyone in your reality feels it. And when you're coming from lack energy, I want you to see it this way. Like, imagine you're trying to get what you want out of here, and you're trying, but lack energy, when you're exuding like lack energy, you're literally doing this. You're squeezing this tight so the flow can't come through, and you're trying to sip out of it. There's no way that that's going to flow out if you have a tight grip on it. You got to let it go. And that's how those mini manifestations come in. You know, like all those manifestations you guys like see that happen, that they were things you didn't really care about, but they happened so quick, like they could even happen the same day. It's because you didn't have that tight grip on it. You didn't care. It wasn't like you weren't making it like a life or death situation, and neutralizing it brings it in. If this makes sense, comment down below. That's why I don't even want my clients to be doing like 50,000 affirmations a day either, because you're creating that tight grip on it again. Because if you sit down to do any technique, if you're sitting down with the mind state of, oh my God, I need to do this right now in order to get the results, because if I don't do this, I'm not going to get results, I'm not going to be happy, I'm not going to feel powerful, that is all lack energy. The reason why we do what we do, any technique, is because it makes you shift into the lane that's going to take you to the desired path. That path is going to take you to your desire. So how can I explain it? That also has to do with parallel realities too. I've talked about parallel realities a lot. If you guys want me to talk about it more going forward, I will. Comment down below. But if you have time, go check out my older videos, and it's all there, you guys. But this is how I want you to focus on realities. So you are not forcing in your SP. You're changing the thoughts, the emotions, the assumptions, regardless of what's showing up in your 3D, because circumstances do not matter. Even though they feel like they do not. So your faith in this should be more than in this. Your eyes do not dictate your results. Your head does. Your imaginations do. Your thoughts, your emotions, your assumptions, those are what dictate what's going to happen out there going forward. Okay? So imagine this. Every time we go back to embodying the person we want to be, like let's say you want to be chosen by your specific person, and you want to be the person that your SP left the third party for, right? Which happened in my case. What I was doing, and what I have my clients do too, is every single time you want to do something that indicates the opposite, like if you want to take action from a place of lack, from a place of manipulation, from a place of like not chosen mentality, victimized mentality, helpless mentality, right? The version of you that would already be chosen by SP wouldn't be doing those things. They wouldn't. The version of you that would be chosen by SP would be more calm. They would understand that this is a thoughts game, not actions game. I mean, in some situations, actions, inspired actions work. They happen. It's fine. They're encouraged. But when you're not feeling it, then that means you're not in that lane that's going to take you to your desire. What do I mean by lane? Think of parallel realities as lanes on a freeway, on a highway, on a freeway. There's all these different lanes, right? I mean, regularly there's what, like 3-4 lanes? Okay. In your universe, there's infinite amount of lanes, and each lane takes you to a different reality with either your SP or someone else, whatever it is that you want. There's all these different options at play with the same people, with different people, with being chosen, with not being chosen, with being a millionaire, with not being a millionaire. There's all these lanes, right? Whichever, you're standing in front of all of these lanes. Whichever one you choose to embody, you're getting in, like you're wiggling into that lane. If you stay in it long enough, that path where you don't care what the other cars are doing on the sidelines, you're just going in that lane no matter what you see, no matter what comes up on the highway, on the side, you are just looking down that path like, that's what I want to be, that's where I want to stay, this is where I want to stay. I keep neutralizing my nervous system, I keep calming it down, I keep coming back to the identity I want to be. You stay in that lane will take you straight to your desire. What happens to a lot of us, and this would happen to me so much, so don't worry if this happens to you, it's so normal, you will be switching from lanes to lane to lane, because of your allowing the 3D to affect you and trigger you. So you may go into a lack lane and then go a little bit there, and then oops, nope, we're going back into having lane, and then there. You see what I mean? If this makes sense, you guys comment down below. I hope this video helps you guys. If you want to, even you can draw a little picture of all the different lanes and put yourself in the lane you want to be, and just see that mental picture like that. It'll probably make more sense. If it didn't make sense, if it did, comment down below. I would love to hear it. But it doesn't matter, you guys. None of this matters. I know it's easier said than done, but I've literally been in situations where my SP was like, it's not gonna happen, on like, you want commitment or this or that, whatever, I don't, this or that. And all of a sudden, when you keep staying in that lane of what you desire, the path takes you there. The person changes what's coming out of their mouth too. It's not gonna happen to, it is gonna happen. I want it to happen. Okay. I love you guys. Check out all my community posts if you haven't. There's so many success stories from clients, their actual emails, their actual comments, the actual real things they send in. I post it in the community tab. If you want to check out my old videos, or not old, even the ones from last week. Last week's was your SP will conform. If you want to check that out, go to playlists and click Ani, and all my videos are there. You guys, I wanted to share something. So check out, like, this is such another example of you're meant to have everything you want. This probably seems so small, but this is how everything is set up. Everything is set up in your universe for you to get what you want. So I was shopping the other day in store. I usually do online shopping because sometimes I'm like introverted and I'm not feeling like an extrovert, so I just stay in. But anyway, I was strolling around the aisles, and I don't know what's gotten into me, but like major Christmas decor, like, is the topic of shopping lately. But like crazy, like obsessive ways. So I don't know if anyone's doing that and I'm being you pushed out right now, is working. But I found this guy, this little guy. He was just staring at me in a random aisle. It wasn't even the Christmas decor aisle. Okay. I grabbed him because I was like, he's the cutest thing ever. I guess it's a he. And as I'm going to the register to buy him, I was like, I wish I totally imagined like putting him on a fireplace, but him having a little partner to go with it, right? So I'm in the line for the register and there's like probably 30 people in line and I'm just like, there's no way I can leave my place. It's gonna take like another hour for me to go find if he has a partner or not in the whole store and come back and wait in that line. Like, I just don't want to. I don't want to wait an hour again in line. So this buddy, we can name him if you want. Give him a name in the comment section, a respectful name. He's the cutest thing ever. So I'm in the lane and I'm like, I want him to have a partner. I want this buddy to have a partner so we can put him on a fireplace or somewhere, right? This is how powerful you are, you guys. I turn around, and you know how in the aisle there's like all these different little mini things that you can buy, like candies, drinks, mini sample size stuff. I turn, and in the little candy section, we find Buddy a partner. Like she was just there. Like she was just thrown there. Like you could tell like somebody was probably thinking of getting her but didn't and just left her there. So now I manifested it. If this has happened to you guys before, like I've heard so many of my clients say this, but this happens to me so much. It's crazy. Like at this point, I can say if I want to find something that I only find one of in the whole store, when I'm by the register, I find the partner of it or I find the other pair of it. Like this, I just have that assumption now because I've manifested it so much. But if that's happened to you, comment down below. It wasn't like a big deal story, but it could be. Someone could be literally searching night and day for these, and you know, they're putting so much pressure on them they can't find it. But when you're just calm, cool, collected, boom, it comes through. All right, guys, I love you. I will see you in the next video. If you are interested in any of my courses that will help you have like a disciplined, organized way of learning how to set up a routine and manifest, go for it. I can't wait to hear the success stories, you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.